Hello there guys, Ultragamer64 here, and today I've got a brand new episode of Ultragamer Talks About. This is the series where you guys can request anything you want me to talk about, and I will give my personal experience, my insight, and pretty much anything you guys need to know on the topic. Now, this week I have gotten a request, and it is from Alan Fletcher. So thank you, Alan, for the request, and he has requested that I talk about long-distance relationships, and kind of the pros and cons, what I think of them, and pretty much all that stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. Long-distance relationships, when you're younger, they're kind of stupid. Like, around the age of maybe 13 to 15 to 16 maybe, because you're just starting to date and everything, and you're just starting to develop a liking for people, I guess, is the way I could describe that. I don't know. But, yeah, I think personally that long-distance relationships are kind of stupid from that, like, age range, because, I don't know, there's just so much more to long-distance relationships than people think. Like, there's a trust thing, there's a communication thing, there's all these factors that go into it, and I don't think that kids that young are, like, capable of doing that. I mean, I don't even think they're capable of dating normally. So, I mean, to have a long-distance relationship when they're that young, I mean, it's kind of weird. But once you get past maybe 16, 17, 18, getting into your adult years, then I think that long-distance relationships could be a good thing, because you could actually save up money to see that person. You could save up money to get them presents or gifts. You can have them come to see you, have you go to see them. There's just a bunch more things that you can do as an adult that you can't do as a kid. And long-distance relationships are built on trust. Like, that is the major foundation, because you never know, like, he could be off with someone else and just kind of holding you there, or she could be doing the same. Like, you never know unless you totally trust that person and you know, basically, I guess, that they are not doing anything, and they won't. And that's a very, very important thing to keep in mind as like, one of the people in these relationships. Just think, okay, he or she will not do this, or at least I hope they won't. And I really hope that they don't. I really hope that you don't get hurt or anything by one of these relationships. But it has happened, and it will happen. So just be cautious of that, and try to read the person's character before getting into a relationship. And that'll help you out a little bit more. As an adult, you don't have as much to worry about, because people have matured and they're not really looking to hurt you. They're just kind of out there just trying to find someone that they like enough. Now, at my school, for some reason, there's a lot of people that are in long-distance relationships, or have been in some. And that's fine. I mean, if you're going to do it, then just do it. I mean, but I don't really see a point. It's just kind of pointless, because as a kid, I mean, I'm still a kid. I'm a teenager, but I am a kid. Being this old, I mean, I don't really see a point in it too much. Like, I don't know. You're not going to see the person, like, anytime soon, if not ever. So, I don't know. It just seems kind of pointless in a way if you're not going to get anything major out of it. But long-distance relationships are kind of a touchy and kind of complicated thing, so it's hard to really describe it. So, just make sure that, like, you think that you're ready. Just be sure that you can keep that person happy. And that's another thing for a long-distance relationship. It is a relationship, and you have to make sure that that other person is happy. And that's one of the major things. Like, you can't just ignore them just because they're not here, you know? You gotta keep talking to them and keep them entertained. Now, going on to the subject of getting into a long-distance relationship and kind of maintaining it. As soon as you meet somebody over the internet, say over a game or a chat site, I don't advise you guys to go on chat sites at all, but over like a game, or maybe you go to another state for a sports tournament or something, I don't know. There could be a number of reasons. But do not get into a long-distance relationship like that, okay? Don't get into one like the first day you meet that person, because you do not know what they're like yet. You don't know anything about them, really. I mean, as I've always been told, you don't really know a person until you've talked to them for a while and hung out with them and everything, and that stands true. So you don't really want to get into a relationship like that the very first second, because that's pretty bad, and it makes you seem a little bit desperate in a way, and just kind of just really wanting a girlfriend or boyfriend to have one, you know? So don't get into one too early. Now, getting into some experience that I have with long-distance relationships. When I was younger, I was in one. I think I met her over a game or something. And we talked for a little bit, maybe a week or two. And I made the same mistake that I just told you guys not to make. I got in a long-distance relationship with her. It did last like a year or two, I think. But don't make that mistake. I mean, mine kind of worked out well, and she was really funny and nice and everything. And I'm still friends with her to this day. But don't get into a long-distance relationship after like a day or a week or something. Get to know that person and let it flesh out. I mean, eventually our relationship did fizzle, but we became very good friends, and we're all good now. So mine kind of worked out for the benefit, but some of you guys it may not. She may become a little bit obsessive. She may become a number of things, or he. This isn't just girls. You don't want that. So take your time, just chill out, just chill it, and just kind of let yourself scope the situation out in a way. So, in conclusion, long-distance relationships are pretty hard to keep up, but they can be fun and enjoyable if you are maybe older, like 17, 18 and older. They can be enjoyable and they can be fun, and eventually when you do meet this person, or if you do, it can be a really enjoyable time. And I can see why so many people are engaged in long-distance relationships. But if you're a younger kid, I would not advise this, because it's extremely difficult, very hard to keep up, and eventually it just kind of grows stale in a way, like unless you really like that person enough. So anyway guys, I hope that this video helped you out and you enjoyed it. Alan, I hope that I fulfilled your request, and if not, just feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what I didn't touch on that you wanted me to. Yell at me if you want to, and I will be sure to fix my mistake and possibly make a part 2 to this. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, then please be sure to leave a giant like. And remember to keep on gaming, stay amazing, and I will see you guys next time.